Welcome everyone to another edition of Endgame Finance. Today we're discussing 5 stocks that are going to zero. 5 companies going bankrupt within the next few years. If you hold shares in these companies, I do not have a recommendation to sell or to hold. I do not own any of these shares. I do not plan to own any of these shares. And this is mostly speculation. But let's get into this. First company going bankrupt is Lucid Air. Lucid Air. They are an EV manufacturer competing with Tesla. Their sedans are close to $200,000. And recently they had some liquidity problems. Saudi Arabia injected some cash into them, but things are not looking good overall. The issue with Lucid Air is that EVs are no longer a niche market. People are not just buying EVs because they're in limited quantities. Lucid Air is not the only manufacturer anymore. It's not one of the only manufacturers anymore. There are a multitude of options right now. There's Rivian, there is Kia Ioniq, there is Tesla, of course, and pretty much every other company like Ford and GM are putting out their own EV versions. Ford's been really crushing with the F-150. GM's been crushing with their Hummers, and those vehicles are pretty much sold out, leaving little room, if any, for a Lucid Air to be purchased in this type of market. And because Lucid is no longer an exotic vehicle, just expect people not to buy them anymore because they have other options for EVs. Currently, EVs are becoming, they will be around 10% of total new vehicle sales next year. So with decreasing wait times for every single model, people will most likely not opt for Lucid Air. Now, everyone thinks that Saudi Arabia will just keep throwing money at Lucid Air until it works because they are, I believe, the major shareholder in this company, but prices of oil will not always remain elevated, and Saudi Arabia budgets will falter, or it will at least decrease substantially once the oil revolution is sort of behind us. That's going to happen the next few years. And these guys will not have any money basically to keep this company afloat, especially with the other investments they're doing, other infrastructure projects, their vertical city they're building in a desert for some reason. So expect these guys to run out of cash pretty soon, and expect a Lucid Air bankruptcy within the next few years. Second company going bankrupt within a few years is GameStop. Now, GameStop is a meme retail cult that's sort of fighting hedge funds ran by aliens or something. But anyways, none of that is relevant if you look at the fundamentals of this stock. Gaming is going to the cloud, people. No one is buying discs anymore. Nobody has a need to go into GameStop. GameStop is an antiquated store, much like Blockbuster. Their only option is to sell games online for other manufacturers or for other creators, but these companies will not give that contract to GameStop. Why would Microsoft or Sony not just distribute their own games online versus giving somebody else a part of the pie, part of the profits for distribution that happens online, where anyone can download a game anywhere in the world almost instantaneously, or at least within a few hours. So GameStop has mostly been a battle between hedge funds and retail investors. So a little backstory: GameStop was extremely shorted by hedge funds. It was pretty much 100% shorted. So 100% of the shares that were outstanding were borrowed by hedge funds so they can bet against the stock. However, a few retailer investors, ordinary guys like you and I, they gathered and just started massively buying the stock, causing what's known as a short squeeze. And you can see the price just exploded temporarily, but there's nothing backing these fundamentals. It was just a simple short squeeze that impacted the price of the stock. But fundamentals are still the same. Nobody's really spending money at GameStop unless you own their stock and you're sort of hoping and praying that they might recover at some point in the future. But most likely, the stock is dead. Company will be bankrupt within the next few years. Number 3. Third company going bankrupt within a few years is AMC, American Movie Corporation, a chain location of stores where you can go watch movies. But they have been lagging as of lately, mostly because of the pandemic, which has impacted people's viewing needs. So mostly people are just staying at home and watching streaming services. Most of the new movies are actually going directly to streaming services, or if not directly, they will be on there within a few months. And there's really no reason to pay $20, $30, $40 to go out and watch a movie when you can watch in the comfort of your own home and not have to spend as much money or not be just in a crowded place if you like privacy. Another reason AMC will go bankrupt is because TVs are actually just getting bigger and better. The quality of every television set is constantly increasing, and within 2 to 3 years, we'll most likely have HD theater quality television sets that are extremely cheap. So there will be no need to go to a movie theater if you have the movie at home and you can watch it on a superior display on par with quality of movie theaters. Number fourth company going bankrupt within a few years is DWAC, aka Truth Social. Now, this is a social media company founded by former President Donald Trump. He was banned from Twitter. He was banned from pretty much all social media. So he formed his own company, and it's been growing lately, but it hasn't had a substantial growth that will keep this company out of bankruptcy. Trump has less than 5 million followers on this platform. On Twitter, I believe he had over 50 million. Same with Facebook. He had hundreds of millions of followers, but he has less than 5% on this social media. And he is the sole attraction of this app. And if he cannot grow followers, it means the advertising revenue will not come in. This company will most likely fold within 2 to 3 years, especially since Elon Musk has bought Twitter. He has reinstated pretty much everyone that's been banned, that was forced to go on Truth Social. So there's no reason for them to stay there anymore. So they're all coming back to Twitter. Twitter has also laxed many of their policies that were the reason for creation of Truth Social. And all of that has been sort of negated. And you see people just pretty much staying on Twitter and Facebook, and nobody's been really downloading Truth Social. And within 2 to 3 years, this company will most likely be bankrupt. Fifth company going bankrupt is Macy's. Macy's is an antiquated company. They are a dinosaur. The reason they will die is because most of the sales are shifting online. So people are pretty much buying everything online, clothing, furniture, you name it. And Apple has recently released LiDAR software for their phones that can pretty much map out and show you how something is going to look in your room. So you can use the same software pretty much within the year, you'll be able to use the same software to project and show how clothing will look on you in different sizes. Same with shoes, same with pretty much everything. So this will make Macy's and other retailers kind of pointless in a sense that you don't have to go there anymore to try on the clothes or shoes just to make sure it fits properly. You'll be able to see that via app. So Macy's will really have no reason to exist, and they've been slowly dying. Their store presence has been decaying. They've been leaving major cities. They were also extremely impacted by theft, probably lost hundreds of millions of dollars to retail theft alone in the last just few years. And there's really no path forward for this company. They will have degrading margins as pretty much all the sales move online. And most likely within 2 to 3 years, these guys will be out of business. So those are the 5 companies going out of business: Lucid Air, GameStop, AMC, Truth Social, Macy's. If you guys have any comments or would like to add some other companies you think are going bankrupt, feel free to leave a comment. Guys, like, subscribe, share, and as always, have a great day.